What's up, guys? In this video we are going to answer the question, should you take health and fitness advice from people who are obviously on steroids? Okay, it's kind of a topic nobody really likes to talk about because at the end of the day, you know, who knows really if your favorite YouTube fitness celebrity is on the juice. But anybody who's been in the fitness world for long enough, you can kind of tell who is on the sauce and who is natty or natural or whatever. Now, it doesn't matter, really. I mean, it does and it doesn't, and we'll go over that in a second. But basically, you know, does it really matter that they're on steroids? I'm gonna say in some situations it does, and in some situations it doesn't, okay? We'll crack into that in just a second, but first, if you have not subscribed to my channel, blah, 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 go subscribe, click that button, like all my videos, comment on all of them, tell me how wonderful I am, or tell me I'm an idiot. Actually, that would be kind of cool too, because I like all the comments, all right? Also, check out legendarysuitjamas.com, silk pajamas that look like suits. They're amazing. Link in the description. All right, now let's talk about it. So, the reason I'm even making this video is because the other day I put out a video that said, the title was, "Please shut up about your ketogenic diet." Okay, now the premise of that video, not to get too deep into it, but basically in that video, was talking about how keto is not really this optimal diet that everybody should do, and you shouldn't chase ketosis, and I think it's really dumb how people do that and they focus on that. And most of the people who are like obsessed with getting into keto are not the type of people that you would want to model anyway. They're not the type of people who have amazing bodies and are in like wonderful shape and perform at a high level in terms of their athletic performance, okay? Now, I went over all of this in the video in much more detail. I'm really just simplifying right now. But I went over all of this in the video, and somebody commented, I forget his name, but anyway, left a comment. He said, "Oh, you don't think Thomas Delauer has a nice body, or you wouldn't want his body," or something like that. And I didn't know who this guy was. I don't really watch a lot of YouTube. I kind of just make the videos on YouTube. And the stuff I do watch really doesn't have anything to do with fitness because, like I've said before, I think fitness is kind of boring, to be honest with you. But anyway, I checked out his channel. I looked this guy up. Apparently he's this like super popular, like famous fitness guy who gives a lot of advice about doing keto. And he's got this whole program, how I lost 100 pounds and went from this like really fat business guy to a super handsome, you know, fitness model with 5 million YouTube subscribers and like an amazing body. Like, no homo, the guy he's done a great job. Like, he looks great, no doubt. Not taking anything away from him in that regard, but you know, he's obviously on the juice, okay? So, you know, I don't want to rag on the guy too much because he's very successful. I don't want to be a hater. Everybody's got to eat, and I understand the guy's trying to make money. He's trying to make it in this world just like anybody else, okay? And I really don't think that this video is going to like end his career or anything, but I'm only using him as an example for a point that is much bigger, okay? So this guy left the comment. He said, you know, wouldn't you want his body? And I took a look, and of course I would want his body. Like, I'll trade with him in a second if that's possible somehow. But I was thinking, like, how much of that really has to do with him being on keto, and how much of it really has to do with him doing whatever cycle he's on. And, you know, again, I say a lot, results are really the only thing that matters, okay? Practical application of whatever strategy or whatever diet or whatever workout plan and the result that it gives you is really all that matters. So if you want Thomas Delauer's result, then you should do what he does, okay? Now, you would think this implies that you should do the ketogenic diet, right? But what's the problem with that is that, as far as I know, the guy has never... I'm not like saying that he should come out and be like, yes, I use steroids, because it's got such a bad stigma around it, which I think is unwarranted, really. I don't think steroids are really that bad. But he's not going to do that, so he's kind of stuck in this middle ground, this uncomfortable position where, and I'm using him, like I said, as an example and kind of lumping every fitness model / whatever fitness coach who's obviously on the juice in the same category. Okay, but he's stuck in this unfortunate position where he's got to give, oh my God, I got something in my eye. He's got to give this mainstream advice to mainstream people, but he can't talk about what is giving him such a good result, which I'm gonna say is, you know, the like magical hormones that he's injecting into his body that are making him look like he's in the top 0.001% of the human race genetically. Okay, you cannot achieve that look without being on testosterone replacement therapy or some other kind of anabolic steroid. Again, I don't want to hate on the guy. I'm not trying to take anything away from him. He's very successful. He's done very well for himself. He's a beautiful man. I'm just kind of using him as an example because this is the comment that the person left on my video. Okay, so this really just comes down to the original point of this video, which is, should you take advice from people like this? And again, like I said in the beginning of the video, yes and no. Should you take, I mean, okay, so basically it's like this. You need to look at what they're saying and I guess just try and do additional research and try and figure out how much of that is actually from the diet that he's doing and how much is from steroids. Okay, so for your average, again, I'm generalizing not to offend anybody who might kind of fit this description. For your average overweight 40, 50-year-old woman, housewife, I don't know, who's probably a sizable majority of his fan base, and again, I'm speculating, I've done absolutely no research, but I would assume that a good-looking guy like that talks about nutrition, probably not going to attract too many guys, right? Because, and again, so speculating on this right now. Guys, I just feel like we're more practical and we're gonna wanna know, okay, what do I do? Tell me what to do. I don't wanna watch 100 videos about you like chopping carrots and like learning about what my kidneys do on keto. I'm really just more interested in like, give me the workout plan, give me the grocery shopping list, and let me, you know, get on with my life because I gotta work. Okay, again, major speculation. Maybe I offended you with that. I don't know. I don't really care. But the point is that if you're watching his videos or anybody's videos, really, you're watching those videos and you're thinking that you're going to get the same result just based on not eating carbs, it's not going to happen. You know, you have to look at a larger sample size. You can't look at like one famous guy who has, you know, who's really done well for himself, like I said, but you can't take him as an example just because, you know, you see his videos all the time. Okay, so what are some situations where maybe you would want to take advice from a guy like this? I don't know, you know, because I'm thinking to myself, okay, thinking of Arnold Schwarzenegger, right? Now, I happen to learn a lot of really cool stuff from Arnold, okay? He's got a book called the Encyclopedia of Bodybuilding, or Modern Encyclopedia of Bodybuilding, something like that. And he's got a lot of really cool, what I consider to be higher level concepts, philosophy, if you want to call it that, about bodybuilding and health and nutrition, that when it was published, I want to say in the 70s, I wasn't alive back then, but I had the book in my house. But when it was published back then, and there wasn't too much, you know, the internet wasn't around, and there weren't blogs or anything like that, there wasn't a lot of this like higher level, you know, this higher level thought in fitness. So I was very fortunate enough to read it, and if you guys, you know, want to read something really good about fitness, I highly recommend it. You'll have a totally new respect for Arnold if somehow you don't already respect him now. But basically, I learned a lot of really good stuff in that book, and Arnold was on the juice, obviously. Am I going to say, I'm going to put him in the same category as Thomas Delauer and say, no, you can never take advice from guys who do steroids? I think that would be a huge mistake. Okay, so I guess what I'm trying to say is where you have to draw the line is when people say, you know, I got this result from doing this, but they leave out some important information about something that's giving them the majority of their results, I guess. I don't know, maybe I'm just am I being unfair? I'm not really sure. Leave me a comment, let me know if I'm being unfair, let me know if I'm biased because of my love for Arnold Schwarzenegger. I would kind of like to know. But yeah, that's my little, Jesus Christ. That's my little spiel about that. So let me know what you guys think. Leave me a comment, let me know if I'm biased or not. Check out legendarysuitjammers.com. That's it. Peace.